Hi everyone! In previous episodes of PCF Academy, I developed and demonstrated components of the field type. In this video, I will talk about the dataset type. So the main difference becomes clear just from name. Field type is used to render fields differently, and dataset types are used to render differently subgrids and grids. In this video, I will demonstrate how to develop and configure PCF components of the dataset type.
To create a PCF project of dataset type, I use PCF init command like PCF init -n PCF dataset -ns PCF Academy -t dataset. I install all required dependencies using npm install command and open the project using Visual Studio. I open the manifest file, and here is where the first difference can be noticed. Instead of the field property metadata, I see dataset property metadata. Now I can write the code. Firstly, I format the code to make it look prettier using sequentially Ctrl-K, Ctrl-F combinations. For this video, I decided to demonstrate how to render a dataset using standard HTML table. I create a property for the container element that is passed as a parameter to init method to use it from other methods. At the beginning of init method, I store the container parameter passed into the method to container property. To wipe out container's content, I assign empty string to inner HTML property of container. I declare variable for the table, add it to placeholder and fill it with rows and cells. To build the header, I use labels for columns, and I access that collection through context.parameters.sampledataset.columns. As you can see, there are many properties available for columns, like name, alias, data type, and so on. In my example, I will use displayName property. Once header is built, it's time to take care of the body of the table. In order to do that, my code will iterate through all of rows of the dataset, build tr tag, and add it to the table. Property sorted record IDs contains collection of record identifiers. I use record ID to access records available in the dataset through records collection. In this block of code, I look through the list of columns available, build a cell, and add it to the table. In order to test the control developed, I run the command from CLI, npm start. Rendering begins, and I upload the example data that I prepared using export to Excel functionality. Steps to prepare solution and import solution to the CDS instance are exactly the same as the steps I used when I built the field type component. Configuration of the control is slightly different. I create solution and add an entity with the view inside. Instead of configuring the form layout that I used during configuration of the field type control, I open the view where I plan to use the control and go to the Controls tab where I can add the control that I imported and configure it. Now I just open the CDS instance, navigate to the accounts view I used during the configuration phase, and the grid is rendered according to the code developed. In the next video, I'll talk about using React components during PCF development. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and set like under the video. Stay tuned.